Welcome to the interpretation of your personality test results. After watching this video, we hope you will gain a better understanding of yourself in terms of your ability to sustain interest in and effort toward very long-term goals. If you have any questions along the way, just list them down and send it to us after watching this interpretation video. Have you ever wanted something so much in your life that you work so hard to get it? Just like the character in this video. You may be just like Ormy, or you might want to be like Ormy, working hard, not giving up on getting what you want and achieving your goals, even in the midst of failures. That is grit. The grit scale measures your level of grit. The higher your score in this test, the higher your grit level. The maximum score is 5, which means that you are extremely gritty. The lowest score is 1, which means that you are not at all gritty. So what is grit? Grit involves working strenuously toward challenges, maintaining effort and interest over years despite failures, adversities, and plateaus in progress. The gritty individual approaches achievement as a marathon. His or her advantage is stamina. While disappointment or boredom may lead most people to change trajectory, the gritty individual stays in the course. To be gritty is to have passion and perseverance about something in your life. This doesn't mean that you necessarily engage in all possible pursuits with equivalent passion and perseverance. To understand greed, think of the last long-term goal you worked toward. What was the time span? A month or two? Half a year? Several years? Did you achieve it? Were there setbacks along the way, but you persisted? Example of goals where grit is manifested is learning and mastering a musical instrument, a sport, or any skill. A more specific example. You have always had an interest in learning a martial art, but you are older compared to other students in the class and your body is not flexible. Other students are faster, stronger, and more flexible than you. But you never miss training sessions, you practice the techniques, and learn to adapt them to your body while also increasing your stamina, speed, and accuracy. After several months, you earned your first rank toward a black belt.
Advantages of being gritty. Based on various researches, people who are extremely gritty tend to have increased self-control and discipline, better mental health and well-being. WHO defines mental health as a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her own community. Higher life satisfaction, higher feelings of worth, higher resilience, and lower levels of perceived stress. The first component of grit is passion. Passion means having an enduring interest in the task you are doing. Having something you care about in an abiding, loyal, steady way. If you'd like to follow your passion but haven't yet fostered one, you must begin by discovering. Ask yourself, what do I like to think about? Where does my mind wander? What do I really care about? What matters most to me? How do I enjoy spending my time? And in contrast, what do I find absolutely unbearable? The second component of grit is perseverance. Being persistent and never giving up until a task is done or your goal is achieved. Perseverance over adversity can be achieved by having a growth mindset. A belief that one's talents and abilities aren't fixed and that these can all be grown and improved depending on how much effort we put into developing them. There are various ways to develop a growth mindset. It can be summarized into embracing challenges, persisting in the face of setbacks, taking responsibility for our words and actions, and acknowledging that effort is the path toward mastery. It is basically the reason why practice makes perfect. Optimistic self-talk. Showing yourself some self-compassion and understanding for who you are and what you've been through. Examples of positive talk may be, I have the power to change my mind. Attempting to do this took courage and I am proud of myself for trying. Even though it wasn't the outcome I hoped for, I learned a lot about myself. I might still have a way to go, but I'm proud of how far I have already come. I am capable and strong. I can get through this. Tomorrow is a chance to try again, with the lessons learned from today. I will give it my all to make this work. I can't control what other people think, say, or do. I can only control myself. This is an opportunity for me to try something new. I can learn from the situation and grow as a person. With a growth mindset, you will be able to persevere and be gritty. To understand growth mindset better, watch this video.
Here are two seeds, both planted on the same day, in the same soil, in the same garden bed. One is very curious, full of life, and ready to grow as tall as it can. The other is filled with fear. What if the sun is too strong and burns my leaves once I grow, it thinks. Or what if a beast eats my tender sprouts? No way, not a chance I am leaving my shell. So, it remains still and stagnant, rigid in its place. The brave seed feels the heat of the sun above and starts to push hard out of its shell. Sure, it has doubts about reaching the outside world, but its curiosity is stronger than anything. I want to see all the living creatures of this garden, it thinks. I can't wait to feel the morning dewdrops on my leaves. The little seed keeps pushing until a single sprout comes out. It grows and grows through sunny, warm days. It even grows through colder, stormy days, because the brave seed knows that the sun will always return. Throughout life, you will have moments when you feel like either one of these seeds. The way we see the world around us and how we behave towards life is called our mindset. You can choose to have a fixed mindset or to have a growth mindset. When you have a fixed mindset, things can seem too hard. Negative thoughts might cloud your mind and you start to give up easily. I can't do this. You may believe that if you are not good at something, then you never will be. I'm just born this way. The obstacles you face can hold you back, and you begin avoiding challenges. What's the point of trying? Just like the fearful seed. However, you can always choose to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset helps you believe that your goals are within reach with effort and perseverance. Life is a great big adventure. It shows you that failure is a normal part of your journey. The obstacles you encounter will only make you stronger. Challenges and mistakes help me learn. You'll enjoy the challenges you face and become more resilient. I want to become my best self, just like the brave seed. Fear is a natural emotion. We all experience it, and it can make changing your mindset difficult. The important thing is to try. So here are some tips to switch on your growth mindset. Perfection does not exist. Aiming for perfection is like running a race without a finishing line. Trying to achieve it will only exhaust you. When negative thoughts fill your head, you can turn them around by simply adding "yet" at the end. See challenges as adventures. They will make you more resilient and can open new worlds. If you work hard, you will see progress. And don't worry about mistakes. They are a part of life, and we can learn from them. The good news is, the sun always comes out after a storm. By having a growth mindset, you might even find that a little rain won't bother you much at all.
The first psychological asset of gritty people is interest. Passion begins with intrinsically enjoying what you do. Success requires being deeply interested in what you are working on. The second psychological asset of gritty people is practice. Practice is a daily discipline of trying to do things better than you did yesterday. Grit is not just about the quantity of time devoted to interest, but also the quality of time. Not just more time on the task, but also better time in it. Start solving smaller problems first, and practice by focusing on your weakness and doing it over and over again. 4 hours a day, week after month after year. The third psychological asset of gritty people is purpose. It is your conviction that your work matters. It is also having a sense of meaning on what you are doing. Know the whys before the what of a particular task. The fourth psychological asset of gritty people is hope, keeping it going even when things are difficult. It's having the belief that your dreams are within your reach. Failure is often inevitable, but if we learn to embrace failure as an opportunity to learn, improve, and then get back up again, we're more likely to succeed in the future attempts.
You have a choice. You can throw in the towel, or you can use it to wipe the sweat off your face. Grit is living like it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thank you for watching the interpretation of your personality test results. For elaboration, or if you need someone to talk to, feel free to message us on the Guidance Center Facebook page. Our school psychologists, guidance counselors, and psychometricians are more than willing to listen to you. Thank you and have a great day.